Right now at 10, the flood crest is coming, and homeowners in the town of Campbell are pumping water out of basements and hoping the river doesn't rise too high. And a budget bill passes the U.S. House, but President Biden says he won't budge on his demand to raise the debt ceiling with no strings attached. Plus, Tomah VA honors survivors of military sexual trauma with a tree planting ceremony and wants veterans to know there is help available.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Communities continue to be affected by rising water levels from the Mississippi. News 8 Now's Dua Israr was in the town of Campbell today, where homeowners are working to keep the flood out of their homes.
I am on the last walkable block of Kime Street. If you take a look behind me, there is a barricade where the rest of this road used to be, and even further down there's a street sign for where the next street began, and now it's all just underwater. And if we take a few steps this way, you'll actually see a house where the front yard has more water than the swimming pool, and that's the reality for many residents on French Island. When people hear about the town of Campbell, there's one thing that comes to mind. For over 2 years, many homeowners in the community have been without clean drinking water. Now, community members are still talking water, but for an entirely different reason.
It's great to live on the water, but not in the water.
Some families were forced to evacuate as water made its way into the first floor of their home.
I mean, they've been out of their homes, I think, for quite a few days.
For one house, it's a different story.
Previous owners set us up to succeed. They left us pumps.
At 3525 Lakeshore Drive, flooding is part of this house's roots.
In 1965, there was 4 feet of water in the house. And then the previous owners, they made it to 16.4. So if they can do it, we can do it.
That's why current owner Amy Werner says she's ready for any waves that come her way.
The war will be lost if it comes over the road.
That's only if the water stays on its side of the river. Now, there are several of these barricades throughout French Island, and many of them say residents only. According to law enforcement, there have been several people who have tried to go around those barricades to take pictures of the flooding, and while it can make for an interesting photo, law enforcement say it's not worth the danger and it is a safety issue, so please stay off the roads unless you are a resident of French Island. Reporting on French Island, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
Thanks very much, Dua. And French Island residents who don't live on the streets with flood are also asked to stay off. The water is expected to crest tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, Prairie du Chien officials sent out an update today saying the river is still rising but may hit a crest later this week. The river is still the third highest level behind historic floods in 2001 and 1969. City leaders say the latest projections from the National Weather Service show the river reaching a level of 23.5 feet by Friday afternoon. Sandbagging operations have come to a stop, but there are excess pallets of filled sandbags if you still need them. Flooding in Red Wing, Minnesota is now the worst it's been in 22 years. The river crested at just above 16.5 feet, just above major flood stage for the area. Parks and roads are closed down. If water had gotten even 1.5 feet higher, it would have had impacts on the city's wastewater treatment plant. Red Wing Public Services says they're tracking some storms over the next few days, but they don't anticipate that rain will do much when it comes to water levels. So we're seeing a little bit of cresting developments. Some communities still awaiting that crest. For the latest, Eric, let's switch over to you.
All right, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. I tell you what, the river levels are starting to go down. Very slow, but going down nonetheless. Take a look here at the river levels as of the top of the hour. Wabasha is checking in with 16.59 feet. We go over to Minnesota City, 664.26. Go to Winona, you're checking in with 18.68 feet. Down towards the Trempealeau area, good evening to you guys. You're at 650.92. La Crescent's at 644.72. La Crosse is at 15.87. Then we fly over to Lansing. You're at 19.5 feet. Over towards Lynxville, 630.12. And last but not least, McGregor checking in with 22.76 feet. Now the good news, as Ken mentioned, we will crest later on this week. You can see by the 29th, it'll go to 15.6 feet, 14.9 by the 1st, and then 14.1 by May 3rd. So the significant flood outlook for the next 5 days, it's still red across the majority of the Mississippi, not just here, but we zoom out and take a look, pretty much the majority of the Mississippi from all of Iowa all the way up is in the red. The good news, the next 6 to 10 days and even the next 8 to 14 days, it's going to keep us drier than normal. There's the 6 to 10 day, and there is the 8 to 14 day. So Ken, the good news is there's a light, albeit maybe the size of a little pencil hole, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is going to be coming relatively soon.
And we will take it.
Yep.
Eric, thanks very much. All right, back on the news side of things this evening, House Republicans narrowly passed budget legislation that would raise the government's legal debt ceiling by $1.5 trillion in exchange for spending restrictions. Wisconsin's 3rd District Representative Derek Van Orden and Brad Finstad of Minnesota's 1st District both voted to pass the bill. 4 other Republicans voted against it. The rest passed. Now, Van Orden and Finstad were among GOP representatives who met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to protect several biofuel tax credits that initially were part of the government cuts. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says the bill would trim government deficits by $4.8 trillion over 10 years. Well, the package has almost no chance of passing the Democratic majority Senate. The Air Force has suspended 2 leaders of the suspected Ukraine document leakers' Air National Guard unit. Investigators from the Air Force's Inspector General's office arrived at a base in Massachusetts today. The base houses the 102nd Intelligence Support Squadron, where Airman Jack Teixeira served. The 21-year-old computer science specialist is facing federal charges for leaking classified intelligence on a social media messaging site. The Air Force says the squadron's commander and detachment commander overseeing administrative support are suspended. The federal government has announced that the COVID-19 public health emergency will end on May 11th. In Wisconsin, case numbers, hospitalizations, and deaths from COVID-19 are much lower than they were during a surge in 2021 and early 2022. Although infection numbers continue to dwindle, Wisconsin DHS Deputy Secretary Deb Standridge says it's still important to monitor your health to protect yourself.
The main message is that people need to take care of their health. They still need to be aware that COVID does exist in the United States. It exists in our communities, even though the data may not be as frequent as usual. They need to monitor their own health.
Experts recommend staying up to date on your vaccinations and getting tested if you have COVID-like symptoms. Wisconsin's only oil refinery is slated to reopen in June. The facility in Superior was forced to close after an explosion and fires in 2018. 3 dozen workers were injured and 2,500 people evacuated the area after fears of a hydrofluoric acid leak. The refinery is now owned by Calgary-based Cenovus Energy. The refinery went through a $1.2 billion rebuild, including updated safety equipment. The La Crosse Area YMCA is taking services to the streets. Today, the Dahl Family Y held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Y on the Fly program that's launching this summer. The Y is using a La Crosse Community Foundation grant to buy a van that will take YMCA services on the go. The van will serve food and also provide resources for physical well-being, mental health, and education. The Y's food program director says the van is a great way to improve the Y's accessibility.
We want to break down some of those transportation barriers, bridge the hunger gap that we see, and also the academic achievement gap throughout the community over summertime.
The La Crosse Community Foundation wrote a $40,000 grant to buy and outfit the Y on the Fly van. After the break, supporting survivors. The Tacoma VA is marking Sexual Assault Awareness Month by planting a tree and letting veterans know they are not alone. And they're not the only ones bringing awareness. A La Crosse Shelter and Outreach Center marks Denim Day today and wants community help to support area students seeking college education.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The island is going next level. Introducing the all-new High Limit area at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Renovated and ready just for you. All your favorite slots and table games. Now with enhanced benefits, exclusive bonuses, and life-changing jackpots. Play with your Island Passport Club card and watch your winnings go next level. Elevate your game at the all-new High Limit area at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Destination fun.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and multiple organizations are making it known that they support survivors. At the Tomah VA Medical Center today, leaders held a tree planting ceremony in honor of veterans and service members who have experienced military sexual trauma. Care leaders at the VA say that for many service members, talking about sexual assault can be difficult, no matter if they experienced trauma recently or decades ago.
In general, there is so much silence and stigma around sexual trauma, and so that right there is important that we're talking about it. But yes, in the military in particular, there's extra layers of that stigma.
Dahl says it is vital to talk about how it's not only women experiencing trauma. She says about a third of MST survivors who come in to the VA are men. With the willow tree planted today, the VA hopes to make it known that they believe survivors and they're ready to support them.
We never want to just kind of recognize that somebody has gone through trauma without also letting them know that healing can happen, that yes, it might have these impacts, but just know that there are some things that you can do and that we can be there for you to take care of yourself.
The VA also has 932 flags on display, one for every veteran who reported experiencing military sexual trauma over the last year. Dahl notes that those flags only represent veterans who have told their care providers about their experiences, and there are likely more who haven't spoken up. She says the number is growing, which means more veterans are becoming more comfortable talking about sexual trauma and finding help. One La Crosse shelter is wearing denim today to show solidarity against sexual assault and rape. New Horizons Shelter and Outreach Centers is recognizing Denim Day. The tradition started in 1998 after a rape conviction was overturned because a judge ruled the woman's jeans were so tight that she would have had to consent to helping take them off. New Horizons is encouraging the community to wear denim today to show support for those who have suffered sexual violence. The organization is also taking donations to support a scholarship fund for students who write an essay on the impact of sexual violence in their community.
Its effects on victims, its effects on survivors, on family members, and so forth, and what it did, and is it happening? They get to kind of choose what they want to write about.
New Horizons awards 2 $500 scholarships. Trempealeau and La Crosse County High School seniors are eligible to write an essay or submit a 3 to 4 minute video discussing the topic. Those scholarship entries are due May 1st. To donate to the Denim Day Scholarship Program or submit an essay, we have more info on news8000.com. Still ahead, reports are showing that Bud Light sales are dropping after a couple Instagram posts sparked backlash. And later, the North American Squirrel Association gets together for an all-you-can-eat banquet to raise money for a big playground project.
And in the world of weather, flooding concerns, they are still an issue. We are going to see 60s back in the forecast, but rain chances are in the forecast too. We'll talk about that in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high output engine.
Visit hometownchevy.com.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Shares of Meta jumped 12% today after earnings exceeded expectations. After 3 consecutive quarters of revenue decline, Meta says sales grew by 3% in the first quarter. Now, it's not as great as last year, though. Profits down more than 20% from the same time last year. The company is in the middle of a massive restructuring with more than 20,000 announced layoffs. Bud Light sales have dropped, but distributors are sticking by Anheuser-Busch. The decline follows Instagram posts this month that feature a transgender influencer, Dylan Mulvaney. According to Beer Business Daily, the company is telling wholesalers the posts weren't part of a formal campaign. Right-wing backlash may be affecting sales. Bud Light sales down 17%, according to a consulting firm that gave numbers to the Wall Street Journal. The FDA granted accelerated approval for Biogen's ALS drug tofersen. It's the first medication that targets a genetic cause of ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The drug will be sold under the name Qalsody and is given to patients through a spinal injection. The drug may have benefits, but the FDA is requiring the drug maker to continue testing it in people to make sure it works. ALS is a rapidly progressing and fatal neuromuscular disease. There's currently no cure or effective treatment for it. And soon, you won't have to get to a drive-thru to get Wendy's chili. You can pick up a can at your local grocery store soon to keep some at home. Fast food chain partnering with ConAgra on the project. They say cans should start hitting the shelves this summer. Wendy's chili has been on the menu since 1969, with the idea coming from founder Dave Thomas as a way to use leftover hamburgers. Although with the sunshine today, it really wasn't a day where you kind of think about having chili.
No, not at all.
But the sunshine, a little bit short-lived, Eric.
Right, absolutely. Before we get into weather, I want to make note of this. We've been getting a lot of emails and phone calls asking about the flood gauges, about how some of them have been saying like 600, 700 feet, and some only say 12 to 18 feet. So we've talked about this a couple of times. I'll say this again. So it depends on who owns and maintains that observation site. Some of the sites are using feet above sea level, and others are using the feet above the reference point. So the ones above sea level is going to be your 600 to 700 feet. The feet above the reference point is your 12 to 18 feet. So short answer is the reason why a lot of those are off the charts. It just depends on who is running and maintaining that. Now, let's go ahead and get to the forecast, shall we? The radar scan right now, and we're seeing some false echoes in all the radar scans. We're getting a clean sweep across the area. No rain in the forecast for tonight or tomorrow either. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s and 40s will greet you. 43 in Ladysmith, 44 in Eau Claire, 39 Marshfield, 35 Black River Falls, 38 in Sparta, 41 La Crosse, 39 in Viroqua, 37 will be the overnight low in Boscobel. Rain chances, not tonight, but unless you're in the northern zone or even the north central part of the viewing area, maybe a stray shower or two tomorrow. Other than that, I think we're going to stay partly cloudy. Temperatures will go back into the 60s. How about mid to upper 60s for La Crosse County, 69 in Holman, 67 in Onalaska. Over towards New Albany, you'll make it to 70 Stoddard, 70 Waukon, 67 Lynxville. We'll go to 69 degrees. Our central zone will see temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, increasing clouds from Melrose north. And in our northern zone, our traditionally cooler zone, we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Some places may even struggle to see 60s. You may see highs in the upper 50s. Wouldn't surprise me if the Loyal area, Ladysmith area sees highs in the upper 50s. Take a look at the time lapse from today. We started the evening with abundant sunshine. Then the clouds started to billow in. You can see about the 8, 9 o'clock time frame. And now we're left with a beautiful shot on CityCam. Made it to 58 today after a morning start of 30. 64 and 43 is where we should be for this time of year, so below normal on both ends of the spectrum. 86 was the record high set back in 1962. Eau Claire, you made it to 56 after a morning start of 22. Your normals are 62 and 37. So we're seeing that temperature of 52 degrees in La Crosse. Eau Claire, you're at 53 degrees right now. You have cloudy skies. It feels like 53 with winds out of the south at 11 miles per hour. La Crosse, you're at 52 degrees. Again, we have cloudy skies. It feels like 52. It's 52 here at the station with winds out of the south at 7 miles per hour. So we're on the back end of a high pressure system, which is going to allow those winds to come out of the south. This right here is our weather maker, this warm front, as we go into your Thursday and Friday. Back behind it is a cool front, and over here in Canada is a low pressure system. This low pressure system, watch what happens as we go into your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to push its way through. You can see overnight Thursday going into Friday, the rain chances pick up again. Then they really start to ramp up Friday night, going into Saturday. Then we get a little bit of a break Saturday and Sunday. And then it really ramps up again as we go into your Sunday. So the bottom line here, tomorrow, okay for the central and southern zone. Eau Claire area, not ruling out a rain chance. The rain chances pick up again Saturday. They dwindle down Sunday going into Monday. So your first warn forecast for tonight, 41 degrees with partly cloudy skies and a light wind out of the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. The next 8 days, here we go. We have temperatures going into the 60s for tomorrow and Friday, 66 for Friday to be exact. We'll do 10 cooler Saturday, 40s for Sunday, then back into the mid-50s for Monday and Tuesday, then mid-60s with partly cloudy skies Wednesday and Thursday. Get out and enjoy that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Coming up next in sports, the Bucks trying to keep their season alive tonight. Plus, it's a new era in Green Bay, and the same goes for New York Jets, introducing Aaron Rodgers as their new QB1. Rob's got it all next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
Get fresh ground beef, $2.88 for a 1-pound roll. And asparagus, just $1.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's a 1-pound roll of fresh ground beef, $2.88. And asparagus, just $1.99 a pound. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Are you throwing your hard-earned money down the drain? Is your bathroom old, outdated, and tough to clean? Choose your home improvement company to get the bathroom of your dreams. With over 100 color and style options, our products are maintenance-free and come with a lifetime warranty. Call or schedule your free estimate online and get 10% off your entire project. With financing to fit your budget and certified professional installers, you can't go wrong. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially during our great outdoor event. Right now, get unbeatable deals on a variety of outdoor essentials, like over 70% off these special buy men's cat boots, just $49.99. This lifetime kayak with free paddle, only $189.99. Rewards members save an extra $10. 36-pound bags of estate weed and feed, only $32.99. And a 50-foot X-Hose Pro, just $24.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Get fresh ground beef, $2.88 for a 1-pound roll. And asparagus, just $1.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's a 1-pound roll of fresh ground beef, $2.88. And asparagus, just $1.99 a pound. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
As one chapter ends, the next one begins. For the Packers, they're all in on Jordan Love as QB1 for the Green and Gold in 2023. As for Aaron Rodgers, the longest tenured Packer in franchise history, officially beginning his next chapter on Wednesday. Rodgers being formally introduced as the next starting QB for the New York Jets. Rodgers spent 18 years in Green Bay, building a Hall of Fame resume with the Packers, but now the focus for the 39-year-old shifts to helping the Jets bring home a championship for the first time since Super Bowl III. Rodgers has said it was either the Jets or retirement for the four-time MVP. He says his goal is to ultimately get this squad over the hump.
The opportunity to be a part of a city that's hungry, that's a team, an incredible fan base that's hungry to win again. It's similar to Green Bay in that way. When you win in a city like Green Bay, well, I assume for a team like the New York Jets, you go down in history, and there's something special about adding that to your legacy. I think I can just fit in perfectly. I'm not here to be a savior of any kind. I'm just here to be the best quarterback I can be, to lead authentically, and to inspire the guys around me to raise their level of play to an even greater spot.
So Rodgers is gone. The Bucs could be gone too if they don't take care of business tonight. Milwaukee let Jimmy Butler do whatever he wanted a couple of nights ago. 56 points in a Game 4 win for Miami. That put the Bucs on the brink. Do or die tonight for Milwaukee in Game 5. Early on, it's Butler picking up right where he left off in Game 4. Step back Jay is pure. He'd take an 8-point lead. But the Bucs, they battle back. Second quarter now. Milwaukee on the run. Pat Connaughton from downtown. He's going to rattle it home. Bucs jump ahead by 2. Fiserv Forum in a frenzy. It's 52-50. Bucs keep it going in the first half. Less than 4 minutes to go now until the break. Look who's back. Wes Matthews joining the party. Milwaukee goes ahead by 9. Bucs took a 6-point lead into the locker room. They're still holding on late in the third quarter. They're up 10. Thanks for that. Brewers trying to avoid getting swept by the Tigers. The Crew going right to work in the first. I lost my spot. There it is. How big has Brian Anderson been for this club? Another clutch-based knock for Anderson. Drives in 2. Jesse Winker, Rowdy Tellez score. It's 3-0. Then in the third, one on for Victor Caratini. This one gets out in a hurry. 2-run shot puts the Brewers up 5. Then in the 8th, it's 5-2 until Joey Wiemer does this. He goes deep the other way. That ball's not coming back. Solo blast for Wiemer gives the Brewers some insurance. They avoid the sweep, hang on for the win, 6-2. Twins at home looking to sweep the Yankees. Not a good start, though. Minnesota down 5-0 already in the second, but Jose Miranda gets the Twins on the board. Deep fly to left. That ball is gone. Solo shot makes it 5-1 Yankees, but New York adds to its lead in the 4-2 on for Anthony Volpe. He sends one to deep left center, just out of the reach. Trevor Larnach, good try there. That's going to score 2, though. Yankees go up 6. Twins fall in the series finale, 12-6. And finally, all eyes will be on the NFL tomorrow as the first round of the draft kicks off at 7 local time. Packers with a big decision to make in round 1. Green Bay moving up 2 spots in the Rodgers trade. Packers get the 13th pick. What will be the focus? Protecting Jordan Love on the line, maybe grabbing a wide receiver. Packers haven't done that in the first round in over 20 years. Maybe Green Bay adds another weapon on the defensive side of the ball. Lots of options. Should be a fun night for Packers fans. Vikings also with a big decision to make tomorrow. They select at 23. I don't want to put you on the spot here, Ken, but anybody that you're looking forward to maybe taking a chance on?
Yeah, if he's there, Peter Skoronsky from Northwestern, his grandfather played for Vince Lombardi, won some championships in Titletown. How cool would that be?
That would be cool.
That would.
Sam Laporte, I know Cade is a big Iowa guy. Yep. Second round, I think it's probably a Friday.
It's tight end heavy in this draft for sure. But of course, Iowa Hawkeyes know how to play tight end.
Let's do it.
Rod, thanks very much.
You got it.
More news right after this.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go. We're going to make you laugh. And the biggest stars in country music, they all come by here.
Really? Yeah. Shut up.
Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high output engine.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Spend less time maintaining your deck and more time relaxing on it with UltraDeck low-maintenance decking from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly with our Design and Buy program. Whether you want space to host a cookout, spend time with family and friends, or just soak up some sun, you can design the deck of your dreams for free. Visit the store or Menards.com and get UltraDeck rustic composite decking for $195 per lineal foot after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love. Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. We are just the family sitting around the table.
Best answer ever.
You're always fun.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
The area nonprofit North American Squirrel Association held its annual banquet tonight. The group hosted 900 people at the La Crosse Center to raise money for programs that are geared toward helping the elderly and physically challenged enjoy some outdoor activities. The night included an all-you-can-eat dinner and hundreds of raffle prize giveaways. One organizer says most of the money raised tonight is going to a new special project.
We're now working on a project in Holman. It's going to be an adaptive all-access park like the one down at Train Park, and that's our big fundraiser, and that's where a lot of the money tonight is going towards.
And Lamke says that project will cost about $325,000. For more on the organization's efforts on accessible hunting, fishing, and more, we'll have a link at news8000.com. And Eric's going to be back in just after this with one final look at your forecast.
No one gives you more choices than Dahl Auto. We have the best selection in the region with over 400 new vehicles from 9 different brands. Schedule a VIP appointment or buy online at dahlauto.com.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
3-time ACM Entertainer of the Year and 8-time Grammy Award-winning superstar, Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood in concert. Live at the Treasure Island Amphitheater, Friday, July 21st. Get tickets now at TICasino.com. For more, visit CarrieUnderwoodOfficial.com.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's Showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Love your home but hate your bathroom? Convert the ugly old tub to a safe, convenient walk-in shower or a new soaker tub if that's your style. Remove your old flooring, toilet, vanity, and replace it with one of the wonderful options found in our showroom. Designers to plan it, carpenters, electricians, and plumbers to complete it. The Board Store Home Improvements. Improving your home, improving your life. Bathrooms, kitchen, flooring, and more. Call or visit our showroom at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
The new cars are rolling in at Dahl Auto with over 400 vehicles available. While other dealers have brochures, we have the newest models on the show floor with all the latest technology and safety features. Experience them for yourself at Dahl Auto.
The next 8 days, the 60s return tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies towards Eau Claire, but then rain chances to pick up again this weekend.
All right, enjoy the day tomorrow then before the evening's draft coverage.
Oh, yeah.
You won't want to miss it.
At all.
We'll see you tomorrow.